let's see. I'll let you find this, but turn to Joshua. Joshua, chapter number 2. I don't know if I can find my notes here or not, but if I don't, then we'll get a few things here. But Israel's on the march, and they're headed into the promises that God has promised them. And I'm telling you, things don't look too good there. I'm sure everybody was afraid. They was wondering how God was going to get them through the situation that they were in. They come out of Egypt. And at last, they were finally crossing the river and headed into the promised land. And they went out to spy out the land. And he sent in Joshua chapter number 2, and Joshua, the son of Nun, sent out of Shittim 2 men to spy secretly, saying, "Go view the land, even Jericho." And they went and came into an harlot's house named Rahab, and lodged there. Now, we often wonder that how is God going to do things? You can't figure him out.
Yeah, amen. Amen.
I mean, I'm glad we got stories like this in there. I mean, who would expect people of God that are on a mission from God going to a harlot's house?
Yeah, amen.
Will you stop and think about that? I mean, don't make sense. You can't figure the Lord out. And it says they went and came into an harlot's house named Rahab and lodged there. Now, the name Rahab literally means broad. You say, what does that mean? That means she was a broad. That's what it means. You look it up there. That's what it means. And so they went there, and somebody said this. They said this woman traded in her vacuum cleaner for a telephone. They asked her why. She said, "I can pick up more dirt with the phone than I could with my vacuum cleaner." So if you want to hear something and what's going on there, then you go down to the beauty salon.
Yeah.
Amen. And when the buzzing and the whizzing and all that stuff and the gooshing and goshing and all that stuff that goes on, all them machines they got there, when it's a little quiet there, everybody's got their ears on and their antennas sticking up, and you can hear the latest on everybody. You always can. And I mean, you either go to the beauty shop, or you go down to the harlot's house, to the red light district, because they know everything about all the city councilmen and everybody else that visits down there.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on in a city, then somehow or another they always spill the beans. And then, or you go to a bar. You either go to a bar, a beauty shop, or a broad's house. Amen. If you want to pick up the... And we might as well say you go to the barber shop there. I mean, we don't leave the men out there, because I've heard a lot of things in the barber shop I wish I never had. But they went there, and if they knew that if anybody knew what was going on and all the comings and the goings and all the secrets in town, then I forget what her name was, Ivy Floss or whatever her name was in Washington, D.C. or out in Los Angeles there, then they knew. They knew the secrets on everybody. They had the goods on everybody. But it was told the king of Jericho, saying, "Behold, there came men in hither tonight of the children of Israel to search out the country." And the king of Jericho sent unto Rahab You say, how you know that, hey, the very first thing that the king did was he sent down to Rahab. He knew that she knew what was going on. And he said, bring forth the men that are come to thee, which are entered into thine house, for they be come to search out all the country. And the woman took the men and hid them, and said thus, there came men unto me, but I wist not whence they were. I'm telling you this, the Lord knew that this woman would hide them. What did she have to lose? She was at the bottom of the totem pole.
Amen.
Amen? She didn't have nothing to lose there. She was the scum of the earth anyway. And she looked at them, and she had heard all the news, because she told them later on, she said, we've heard how great your God is.
Yeah.
That He's the God of all the
Amen.
earth. And we're afraid. And said, just in case he starts killing everybody there, I sure would like it if he wouldn't kill me, my family. And so the woman took the two men and hid them, and said, there came men unto me, and I wist not whence they were. And it came to pass about the time of the shutting gate, when it was dark, the men went out, and whither they went I wot not. Pursue after them quickly, for you shall overtake them. She threw them off the scent, off the trail. But she had brought them up to the roof of the house, and hid them with the stalks of flax, which she had laid in order upon the roof. This is ironic to me there, how that she hid them with stalks of flax. Now look in Hosea chapter number 2. Look in Hosea chapter number 2 to see what the Bible has to say about flax. I think I got this marked here, but that's not it. I got Hosea chapter number 2. I had an uncle named, his name was Hosey. They couldn't pronounce this word there, so he was Hosey all his life. Hosea chapter 2 and verse number 9. Therefore will I return and take away my corn in the time thereof, and my wine in the season thereof, and will recover my wool and my flax, given to cover her nakedness. You know what God did there? I mean, he let this woman, it was ironic to me there, that she took the stalks of flax, that she was in the dressmaking business. I mean, really, if you look a little bit closer there in Ezekiel chapter 40 and verse number 2 there, then she was in the line making business. And 40 in verse number 3, it says, he brought me thither, and behold, there was a man whose appearance was like the appearance of brass, with a line of flax in his hand, and a measuring reed. You know the thing that she was making up there, and she was weaving all that stuff together, and of course, the favorite color of the red light district was scarlet, because she was a scarlet woman. And the very thing that she was making and the color that she was using is the very thing that saved her life.
Amen.
Just stop and think about that. I mean, God will take the thing an ordinary thing that you see every day there, and that'll be your salvation.
Amen.
Amen. God can take an ordinary human being like us there and save us. I mean, somebody that you'd never expect anything out of. I mean, God will take some individual that's quiet and that's shy and that's afraid. I was like a chicken when they went to bed at night when I was young. I was so shy, I tried to stick my head under my arm every time somebody called my name there, or they tried to get, they even spoke to me or said hello there. Then I'd turn my head and I'd stick my head. Like a friend of mine there, he had a little brother, Richard Dykes, down in